It's so funny to me because a lot of PlayStation fans were very much harping on Microsoft last year. Obviously, we all know that it wasn't the best year for Xbox first party and things like that. Ironically, it doesn't look like this is going to be a great year for Sony's first party, but I doubt that you're going to see very many PlayStation fans actually bring that up or talk about it for numerous reasons. I do think that Microsoft has a lot of cool stuff planned for this year, even the stuff that we know about, but clearly there could be stuff that we don't know about. But I've always kind of stuck by, there's only a few month period there that you have to announce something for it to come out. So the fact that Sony hasn't announced anything so far for early this year means that if they do have some kind of surprise for later, they would have to do it at some point by the middle of the year, right? I mean, that makes sense to you guys. I'm sure Microsoft has one or two big things left. It could be Avowed, could be Hellblade 2, who knows? But I'm sure we'll see it. Either way, the stuff that they have first party wise with Forza, Starfield, Redfall, Ghostwire Tokyo, Age of Empires 4, Age of Empires 2 remaster, I believe. A ton of stuff, and that's just what we know about. So I think it's going to be a very interesting year. And now one of the other things that we kind of see happening is that, the negativity surrounding Microsoft's show last year was very interesting to me because so many people were just like, oh man, Starfield looks crappy, Redfall looks crappy. It's like people don't even give this stuff a chance. They just jump on it and like hate on it or whatever. And I honestly don't understand the thought process behind it. Like, give it a chance, let's see what it's all about. To me though, Starfield looked absolutely incredible, and I was like, man, I can't wait to see what this is all about and to be able to play this game. It sounds exciting to me, and I want to see exactly what Microsoft has up their sleeves and what Bethesda's been working on, because I know Bethesda has definitely the opportunity to really kind of blow everybody away, and we got some announcements that sounds just like that. Now, the first thing that I kind of want to point out is that while this is very much something that's going around, let's go ahead and treat it with a grain of salt, because we don't know if it's true or not. If it is true, which, you want to believe that it's true, because last year, like I said, so many people were just leaning to the negative. Did it make sense that people would kind of not want the positive stuff out? Now, positive news doesn't make for the same scale and for the same type of videos that the negative stuff does. So you have to kind of deal with that. So when you have positive news like this, I think, there's that side that wants to suppress it, and then, it's positive, so that can't be true. It's probably just some kind of fake thing. But when everybody was like, oh, Fable restarted, blah, 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 it could be Joe Schmo could be out there talking about it and they would believe it. But if Phil Spencer comes out and says something, they don't believe it. That's why this whole thing is kind of funny to me. But hey, I'm Crap Gamer Reviews, of course, back with another video. Please leave a like on the video. I'm looking to get 100 likes on each of the videos that I do. It would be really, really critical of helping the channel, and it would mean a lot to me personally. I'm trying to do better videos. I'm trying to do good videos. But Starfield is undoubtedly one of my most anticipated games of this year. And now it looks like, according to this, it's bigger and more ambitious than expected, according to playtesters, which, like I said, is a rumor. They've allegedly been impressed with Bethesda's upcoming RPG, which is apparently bigger and more ambitious than originally expected. Anytime Bethesda Game Studios is making a new RPG, it's pretty much guaranteed to be a massive, sweeping epic, and that's been the definition and defining trait of games created by the developer for as long as anyone can remember. From The Elder Scrolls to Fallout, and to no one's surprise, that's going to be the case with the upcoming spacefaring RPG Starfield as well. In fact, as per a new rumor, playtesters who have spent time with the game have been impressed and surprised by just how much more expansive the game is than they had expected. That's per some people who have actually relayed some details that heard about the game from playtests on recent podcasts and things like that. Playtesters are saying that Starfield is bigger and more ambitious than they were expecting. It is bigger than anything Bethesda Game Studios did in Skyrim, which again, that's something that they've already said. You know, it's more big, it's more massive than Skyrim and Fallout combined. Bethesda, of course, has already expressed on several occasions that Starfield is shaping up to be its biggest project to date. The developers confirmed that the game's main quest is about 20% bigger than previous games, with the whole experience and features the most handcrafted content that any Bethesda game has ever had. As things stand, it also features over 250,000 lines of dialogue. Of course, quantity doesn't always equate quality, but that's the sort of balance that Bethesda's titles have been known to strike excellently in the past, and I think a lot of people are going to be excited about what's going on with all of this stuff. You know, it just makes sense that this is happening the way that it is. And for me personally, we've heard from a lot of people, including Jez Gordon, who is probably the person I trust the most when it comes to any kind of Xbox related stuff. That they put a lot of time and effort into this game, and I feel like, it's going to be a huge smash and success. Now, obviously, there's going to be the other side of that, where there's a lot of people that are jealous that they can't play it anymore, like the PlayStation side and things like that. But I think that, at the end of the day, you can't poke fun at a company for not having exclusives and then get pissed off when they, buy something and make it exclusive. And it's not just an Xbox thing, right? It's not like Sony's never done that, or that Sony doesn't go out there and, do these types of things as well, because obviously they really, really do. And it doesn't even have to be, a situation where they buy it. They could do it in a lot of different ways, like they do with, Forspoken, or like they do with, Final Fantasy. For me personally, I don't hate Final Fantasy or anything like that. Forspoken, I had a lot of initially I thought that game looked really good graphically, but then the more you saw of it, the more I was like, holy crap, that looks terrible, and the voice acting sounds terrible. And in general, I feel like Square is a company that can't get out of its own way. Once again, they're doubling down on NFTs, which is all those things were all that stuff, the cryptocurrency, all that stuff was going in a negative route last year, and yet they're still heavy on the NFTs and stuff like that. So, I don't think that they know exactly, and they've had, Babylon's Fall, a lot of recent flops. Not to say that Final Fantasy would be that, but I do think that Forspoken might not be everything that people hope that it is, which is unfortunate. And I do hope that, they go out there and they kind of do something that people can really enjoy. I'm not against picking up that game if it reviews well or something along those lines. I just think that in general right now, it doesn't look very good, and utilizing a lot of third-party stuff is something that Microsoft got a lot of crap for in the past. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Rack them up, back them up, Crap Gamer them up. Thank you so much for watching. As always, Crap Gamer out.